In the bottom, we got Focus as the red orc. And on the left-hand side is Happy as the blue undead. Lost Temple, normally a map where we see lots of fast expansion. But this matchup is not really about fast expo unless you ask 120. Happy, normally not the big fast expanding player. Of course, on old LT, also the spawns are random. Happy's going Lich first. Well, that has to be fast expo then. I'm trying to remember. Have I ever seen Happy play Lich fast expo against Orc? I don't believe so. Of course, Happy is trying to make sure that he doesn't have an unlucky spawn. If Focus was up here, close to his natural, this would be very, very bad news. But that is not the case. Neither player so far knows where the opponent is. For the Orc, this map can be pretty awkward because you have no scout peon at the start. And you don't go scouting until the Blade Master comes out. So you're going to be in the dark for quite a while. Man, I love this map. Even more so the new version. Looking forward a lot to next week. Blade Master comes out. Wants to go perhaps creeping in the middle right away to get some claws. We all know he loves that. And this camp is very easy to take if you don't get harassed. It's an instant level 2 as well, which is great. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I ever see Happy playing Lich fast expo against Orc. I've seen him do it with DK before. I think even once with Dreadlord before. Especially Dreadlord didn't work out well. But now with Lich. Well, well, well. Lich with Dark Ritual as well. He's playing against Orc without Frost Armor. Of course, we're all very familiar with the Lich first Dark Ritual. It is so much mana sustain over the course of a game, and level 2 Dark Ritual is super, super cost efficient. But it means no slowdown for the Orc, and that's great news for the Blade at the same time. Items so far not the greatest. Focus now knows where the opponent is. Seeing him creeping this camp, there's no reason to creep this camp unless you went for the fast expo creep over there. So that's the TP, by the way. Focus could try to cancel the expansion and then TP out if necessary. Shops on this map are also very awkward to get to. This is also very much improved on the new version. He's going for boots. Okay. Still holding on to the TP. Focus will have to counter-expand at some point. Unless he wants to go all in with Wyvern. Maybe that's the reason Happy played the Lich in the first place. To have anti-air against Wyvern before web.
A player's forces are under attack.
The good thing is Focus can heal in the middle freely, even without having a shop, so save quite a bit of gold. Getting a Shadow Hunter second. Happy, obviously going to be quite behind in tech. With that fast expo, he has to wait until the tier 2 begins. This means no Dispel for a very long time. Second Skull for Happy. Maybe just to creep this camp here. He knows the Shadow Hunter is coming out. He knows that Focus is getting map control. And Focus is getting the middle creep camp, scouted by a Skelly. Oh, looking for a last hit steal. Couldn't get it. Some people say whoever gets the fountain wins the game. We'll see if that holds true this time. Looks like Focus indeed is going to be the one getting the fountain, getting 2 big consumables. Happy's going to get also a big consumable here in the corner. Sacrificial Skull creeping. Happy showing new techniques. He's been a bit absent in some of the tournaments lately. So great to see him once again in this tournament here. Thank you, Kefa Lucas, with the resub. So what do we got? It's double bestiary. Could be only pure Wyvern. Could be Wyvern Raider mix. With the Wyvern Raider mix, you're very strong for a long time. On tier 2, you get full map control. Very easily. Starting off with the Raiders.
A player's forces are under attack.
Blade Master got a 1 of the wind and a big heal potion. 1 of the wind could be quite good here, as there's no Dispel indeed for a long time heading into the main base. The Nether Tower seems to be just a little bit late. Some damage to the Acolytes, but Lich is full mana. He also got a nice Ankh. This Ankh is actually so good to make sure there's no danger of him dying. And the Blade now is the 1 low HP, but of course he's got that heal potion. And the TP. And seems like he's gonna need the TP because he's surrounded back here. Lich is safe. Happy, doing a good job, taking minimal losses here, honestly. He lost, what was that? 2 Acolytes? That's all. It's gonna cost him some gold. Focus has to TP home. Focus has to expand, surely. This does not go well long term. This tier 2 stuff. Second crypt for Happy. Expo being fortified. So let's play careful now. Happy knows with the raiders out on the map, he has to be very cautious. He's waiting for tier 2. He's waiting to get a TP to be safe. And the Skelly scouting has been excellent for Happy. Once again, knows exactly where the opponent is. Really good game read by Happy. Followed up by the scout to confirm his suspicions. Can he get a cancel? Orc expansion takes the longest out of all the expansions. Shadow Hunter getting level 2 here. Ring of Protection. Focus pretty unlucky with the items so far. Lots of rings. No claws. And no tier 3 for a long time. That is the biggest concern that I'm seeing here so far. Happy, he started his tier 3. Got a lot of ghouls still, and he's working on ghoul upgrades.
The town is under siege.
Focus seems to be looking for a fight. Picks up the healed scroll. He wants to go on a ghoul hunt right now.
A player's forces are under attack.
But I think those ghouls are looking pretty strong. 1-0 upgrades. Level 3 Lich with full mana to protect them. Look at the kills Focus is able to get. Hardly any. Going for the Lich is definitely not the right target. Definitely not. There's a DK to heal the Lich. There's the Ankh as well. Happy is playing perfectly around Focus's attempted aggression. This creep camp here, by the way, was so important for him to get the big item and the big level 3, and to creep a camp on the outskirts where he was not in danger of being intercepted. Happy knows when he can be greedy and when he has to be careful. This is a great showing by him so far. Very impressive considering we never really see Lost Temple anymore in this matchup. I think Focus needs a Shredder and tier 3 and a 3rd hero and a lot of creeping.
Are under attack. The town is under siege.
By the way, did Focus kill a ghoul so far? That one goes down, but it was denied by the Dark Ritual. That might have been the first ghoul to die, actually. Which is kind of crazy. And we got statue healing as well. Invo potion doesn't last forever. There's a heal scroll. There's a TP. Here's the heal wave first. Sure, some ghouls are going down, but this is supposed to be going way more in favor of the orc. Way more. There's the heal scroll. But the Nova is doing so much damage on the raiders. Many of them are going down. Focus just calls it GG. Lost Temple goes to Happy, and that's normally supposed to be a good map for the orc. Perfect counterplay by Happy. Focus here doesn't find the kills, doesn't find the opening that he was so desperately looking for. Interesting question from the chat. Remo, you play orc now, don't you? What would you play against undead? Well, I am very bad with orc at the moment. I'm about 1850 MMR, so it's a very different meta where I'm playing. And where I'm playing, the undeads aren't very good, and they're not very good at punishing. So you can play very defensively and play for the late game. And I think if you can do that, then Blade, Mirror Image, and Berserkers, and Triple Hero, and maybe even Torrens is the best. So I think Blade Mirror Image has the biggest potential. But if you do that on the pro level, you have 0 aggressive potential early game. And on the new bladder level, that doesn't matter. But on this level, it matters a whole lot. So, I think on this level, it doesn't work the greatest. On this level, I think is more or less your question. What do I see as the strongest strategy for Orc?
A player's forces are under attack.
I'm really not sure. Like, I feel like all those strats are in a tough spot right now. Actually, I think old school has been the thing that seemed the best to me lately. Blade Master with Grunt, a little bit of creeping, try to fall not too far behind the Death Knight. And trust in the strong late game, triple hero, strong items, and the big crits. If Focus plays excellently though with the Farseer, which he often does, there's absolutely a chance here. Farseer will be a bit underwhelming in the late game, we know that. But if he can get off to a good start, fast level 3 Farseer, I have seen him do some wonders. Especially against 1-0. I would say Happy is a bit better against Farseer Headhunter than 1-0 is. Better with his Ghoul Destroyer. And look at the ghouls here, by the way. Happy, what's going on? He's looking for a creep jack already. He's got his level 2. He's split across the map. He's got DK and ghouls on one side. A couple of ghouls on the other. Happy really having mastered the usage of ghouls over the years. One headhunter here is dead for sure. Happy knows it. Doesn't even care about the experience so much. Wakes up the creeps. Leading to the first kill. And that is another headhunter doomed to die. Trying to deny himself at least. He knew the coil was coming. And it's focused immediately down to headhunters. And Happy lost nothing. Great scouting. Great punish by Happy. Death Knight is extremely strong on level 2. Having the level 1 coil. Having the level 1 aura. It's such a big point of power. So it makes a lot of sense to get aggressive here now before the Farseer is level 3, before the strong wolves will become relevant towards the mid-game. Very good damage items on the Farseer. This should not be underestimated. Those will stack up over time. If we perhaps see an orb on him later as well, this is going to be quite the formidable Farseer. But now he's low HP. Waiting for tier 2 while Happy's stacking up. Sending the ghouls now back home. Beautiful rhythm also on the ghouls. The way he's using them to be aggressive, to get kills early. Also for creeping, of course. And he sends them back just in time to have just enough lumber to get everything that he wants. He wants the Lich. He wants a fast tier 3. And he wants a Slaughterhouse also pretty quickly. Unless he's going Dark Ranger second, but seems like that has not been too popular lately. It is the Lich now once more against the Shadowhunter on the other side. And focus with the tier 3 as well.
Player's forces are under attack.
In the end, Farseer gets level 3. Clearly ahead of the opponent. He's got crazy damage items. Like I said, pretty good for the Farseer, but you really would like to get some tank items like some rings and such later on for the TC as well. Otherwise, that guy just keels over quick. Happy's items, by the way, pretty unlucky so far. Sometimes people like to say Happy has the item hack and he only gets the good ones. Not the case so far. No mantle for the Lich, no claws, but of course, this is Turtle Rock, pretty big map. We still have plenty of creep camps left to be taken. Focus is creeping up very well here. I think it might be a priority for Focus to get level 2 Farseer. Level 4, excuse me. Level 2 Farseer for the level 2 Chain Lightning is what I mean. To have the level 2 Chain Lightning against Wolves and against excuse me, against ghouls and against skellies can be a big, big asset. Happy with another bad item. The undead wants the damage items and the mana items, but he's finding only tank items so far. Those would be great for a TC, but not for him. Third heroes will soon be added. So far in this mid-game, we're having a very passive creeping phase. And I think Focus is quite a bit faster with the creeping. Happy involving some of the ghouls, but certainly not all of them. Big invul, big healing, these are great items for the TC.
Players' forces are under attack.
Not just for survivability, but also for breaking the silence from the Dark Ranger. Wait a minute! It's a Crypt Lord! What? The number one reason we have come to learn that headhunters don't work anymore is because of Dark Ranger, Skelly, Snowball. But now there's no Dark Ranger. I feel like this is great news for Focus. Playing around the last hits here. Oh, another headhunter caught and killed. That's number 4, by the way. 4 headhunters died so far in this game against 0 ghoul kills. That's certainly a bit concerning. Crypt Lord. Now, the tank items the DK is carrying right now are great for a Crypt Lord. I will grant that. First ghoul, not quite going down. Oh, now it is. Here comes the Crypt Lord. He's got 2 impales ready. Landing the first one flush right away. Another Berserk goes down. And the Berserkers are falling quick. Damage is dropping. Fasir, out of mana, has to back off. TC arriving now. Too late to join the fight at the start. But at least no Skelly Snowball. Not yet, really. We have some Skelly still here. This might have been the last charge of the rod. Indeed it was. Big item from the Sea Turtle. Surely Happy is gonna get this. Impale as well. Next grunt gonna go down. Grunt's now not so important anymore, to be honest. Nope, TC taking a heap of damage right away. Heal Wave finds him. The Raider is killed. I gotta say, I feel like a Dark Ranger would have been better already, in my entirely honest opinion. Because when you're trading units versus units, the great thing with the Dark Ranger is you're always coming out ahead with those skellies. Now, it's not so one-sided perhaps, although Happy is still leading, I think largely thanks to a great early game, where he killed so many headhunters before losing anything. That was a cool devour, though. Kodo got one of the ghouls. Oh, yoink. Got the Destroyer. DK has mana for coils, 2 in fact. Devouring the mana. Oh, here comes the Impale. Chain Lightning on the ledge! 5 HP! And he barely survives. The Hex was perfectly timed, but Happy was also perfectly positioned. Saving that Lich, getting the kill. Level 2 now on the Crypt Lord. That passive also really good. Hex, though, to pick off the ghoul. At the end of the fight, we have pretty much everybody out of mana. And this is where the statues kick in for Happy, who's got a 10 supply lead. Fastia right-clicks are so strong in this game. Okay. I'm kind of shocked about this Crypt Lord. I really don't think this is the better choice. This is a great item for him, though. This Crypt Lord has been getting amazing items. I think the gauntlets should also be given to him. The big issue with the Crypt Lord is, at some point he runs out of mana, and then he doesn't do much anymore. The great thing about the Dark Ranger is she almost never runs out of mana, and there's always more skellies being raised. TC with the Rune Bracers, I guess that's a good item. I still think a ring would have been better. One more chance to get one here. Big Red Camp, this is one of the big things to contest for. If Focus creeps this camp, he might waste too much time. He knows these two camps down here are more important. Happy's gonna get the spawning position. Look at the Lich, by the way. Lich has no damage items, unless you want to count that tiny ring. Now maybe something? No, another defensive items. Happy has so many defenses. Crypt Lord with 8.5 armor already. Big item for Focus here. Oh, Catgut's Pipe, that's amazing. That can help him try to keep up in the mana war against the undead. Against the statues. And TC's solo experience up here might be enough to get him level 3. There's no silence against the TC. Focus can play this late game slow, by the way. He can just keep on scouting for expos if that's something he's worried about. He can keep upgrading. Upgrades. Upgrades, upgrades can ultimately be the big advantage for Orc in this endgame. The only advantage, perhaps. The undead army is always going to be Ghoul Destroyer, so there's no overlap between the upgrades. It is not really valuable to go for upgrades. He's going A-bombs. He's going Cryptid A-bombs. He is not going Ghoul Destroyer anymore. Did something happen, guys? Did something happen the last 3 days while I wasn't here? Cryptlord A-bombs. Since when is that a thing? Chat is saying Happy has gone mad on BNet. Well, it must be a good kind of mad, though, I guess, because he was unbeaten in the group stage. Invis Potion Cryptlord. Okay, baby, let's see it. Or I guess in this case, let's not see it. Oh, perfect impale waiting. Happy up in supply. Yeah, Focus needs definitely more upgrades. He's got the Tiny. But that Tiny is coming at a time where a Punish is inbound. And now, by the way, upgrades would go really hard on A-bombs. Also, if we can keep some ghouls alive. Uh-oh. Oh, dude. Oh, Cryptlord with the mana potion, by the way. These impales are gonna be nasty. These impales are gonna be nasty. I can see it already. Oh, up in the air we go. Hands in the air. Having fun like on a roller coaster. At least for Happy, that is the case. And in comes the melee force. Another impale. Maybe I shouldn't have doubted the Cryptlord. Maybe I just should have believed. Because these impales are brutal. Absolutely brutal. There's another one. And we got 2 more, maybe 3 more. Berzy's going absolutely extinct. There's no skellies being raised, but maybe that doesn't matter. Mana potion, impale. There's at least 1 more. Z-Scout also doing damage now. Over time, A-bomb denied by the Dark Ritual. Crypto starting to run low on mana. He's gonna have 1 more impale pretty soon, though. Level 5 on the Farseer. Level 4 on the Shadow. Can Focus hold? Crypt Lord, he's almost out. He's almost dry. Lich level 4. Invo Potion necessary. Crypt Lord now has 1 more impale again. Finally, Focus trying to battle for every inch. That's the last impale. And now the Crypt Lord indeed is only a tank. No really big impact any longer. And Focus holds. Focus with a supply deficit. Being impelled like crazy still. Holds. He took out the A-bombs. He took out the ghouls, of course. And he got some damn good levels. Look at them levels. On the chase. And again, Focus has just enough mana to repel the aggressor. Fall back to the shop. Time to get some clarities in. And Happy might be getting punished for his unconventional pick. If there was a Dark Ranger in that fight, that would have been like 20 more skellies. Don't get me wrong, the impales are beautiful. I love the impales. In fact, the Cryptlord is my favorite hero in the game. Now the first clause for Happy of the entire game. That, of course, was a bit unlucky. Yeah, Cryptlord, Giga Chad, very cool, but does he have the same power level as a Dark Ranger in this matchup? I wouldn't really say so. But maybe Happy can still win this. Uphill battle now, of course. Great thing about Black Arrow is also the Lich can eat the Skellies for more mana, so the synergy is amazing. Crypt Lord, that was the last impale for a little while. Happy gonna TP out. Losing... Oh! Oh! Did lose the statue at the very end of that. Now going for some upgrades. I feel like he should have had at least 1 or 2 upgrades before the push. This kind of an army is amazing against human rifle caster, but against orc, you know, when there's a dark ranger, you know, I think that there might be better alternatives. Calcite alternatives. Deep substrate. Foliated calcite. Anyways, A-Bomb is getting devoured here. This is taking forever, by the way. A-Bomb, very, very high HP unit. He sold the pipe? Oh my god, you're right, he sold the pipe. Really? With an expo running, he's selling the pipe. Well, I guess he's got mana potions. He's got 1 on the Shadow, 1 on the TC. Going back to the shop. Clarity. Alright, that's another way, of course, to keep your mana up. Your focus looking very well prepared. Full mana on everybody. This is great. I would still love to see some more upgrades for these Burzies. Just 1 armor upgrade is amazing. Attack upgrade also amazing. I guess Focus doesn't have the lumber for it, though. I'm sure Focus is going to play Farsight Hunters again on the next map, thinking, hey, if you're not playing Dark Ranger, I am here for it. Second armor upgrade for the A-Bombs. Happy, turtling back at home. This is looking like a X-Lord game. Just sitting in the main base. Patiently waiting. He's got a lot of gold. A-Bomb's also pretty heavy on lumber, by the way. 70 lumber each, so Happy might need 1 more ghoul to have enough lumber income. A-Bombs now with the upgrades and the aura have 11.5 armor. That's pretty good. Most of the orc damage is physical. And then there's also Chain Lightning, level 3. I think Wyvern could be pretty good here, right? Those don't care about the A-Bombs or the Impale. Alright, Happy now into upkeep. Maybe the 2 ghouls are enough to provide the lumber necessary. A-Bomb upgrades are going to be quite good. 1, 2 on him. I think Focus needs a bunch of heal scrolls. How many does he have? 1, 2, 3. Yep, alright. That's looking good. Of course, Kodos. That's the one thing I should have perhaps mentioned before already. Kodos, of course, can be an amazing counter to the A-Bombs. Almost 1,200 HP can just be removed by a single Kodo Devour. And the Kodos, normally, Undeads can snipe the Kodos really well, especially with Fiend-based armies. But there's no piercing damage at all in this Undead army. We got some magic, some spell, and a lot of normal damage. $80 supply for Focus. And now the point is, okay, what do you spend your money on? The answer is normally more heal scrolls. Happy's getting up to 80 as well. Only once. But he's gonna make it. If you ever played Undead before, you might know this. It is surprisingly easy to get a big army with A-bombs off of 1 base, as long as you have double Slaughterhouse. It feels like you have kind of a gold hack. I don't know what it is, but it always seems like A-bomb armies are easy to build, even on 1 base to big size. What's Focus investing in? I mean, it's even supply, but it's 5 heal scrolls on Focus. That is, of course, a lot of value as well. Happy has 0 heal scrolls. The only consumable he has is a big heal potion on the Lich. The Crypt Lord, by the way, is insanely tanky. Basically everything for Happy is crazy tanky. Second attack upgrade now coming for the Berserkers. Big value. Wolves scouting, making sure there's no expo. Focus has to go into high upkeep, doesn't he? Ah, he doesn't have a burrow ready. Happy is getting to 88 supply. Unsummoning everything. Time for some mana potions. Double mana pot of the Crypt Lord. Oh, baby. I mean, that's a lot of A-bombs. That's a lot of HP that Focus has to chew through. This is going to be a crazy fight.
A player's forces are
Focus making another burrow now. Oh, this seems late. This seems a bit late. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Happy. Making it to the shop. Looks like he wants to get perhaps 1 heal scroll. Yep. There we go. 1 heal scroll. Double mana potion. 88 supply. How many A-bombs is this? Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that right? I've never seen this many A-bombs ever before in a pro game. What is this? Oh, Stitches is coming. Towers being built. I think that's very smart. That's very smart. It's very hard to take out with A-bombs. This is genius, actually. This is really good. It's not much damage, but it's damage that's going to be stacking up. Oh, shit. Here we go. An undead versus orc fight like we've never seen before. TC Stomp can be amazing. Oh, how we would love to have some rings of protection now. TC. TC's far up front, by the way. Big heal potion necessary. Heal scrolls coming in, of course. TC needs to make sure not to get nuked down here. And by nuked, I mean right-click down by the A-bombs. They have really good right-click. Actually, I thought they had an attack upgrade, but apparently that was cancelled. Some A-bombs beginning to fall. We have 1 devoured, 2 devoured. TC now out of mana, but not for long. There's a mana potion. Chain lightning! Doing good damage as well. Impales, huge at the same time. Now the towers come into play. Focus can fall back more into this position. Now the heal scroll committed. The TC. Oh, now very low HP. TC, he might be going down. Impaled. Right-clicked. Shadowhunter coming forward. Passing the Immo potion. Nicely done. Heal scroll again. Fasir has to spam more chain lightning. I was about to say, there it is. Imagine. Cannibalized now, by the way. But the the crypt was unsummoned. And look at the towers. Look at the towers, guys. This was genius by Focus. Absolutely lovely. Doing now lots of damage over time. The stat is, of course, healing as well over time. Love that. Shop aggressively now as well. TC, can he really kill this Crypt Lord? The apparently unkillable Crypt Lord. Perhaps he can be killed. DK gets level 5, but he's out of mana for now. The Crypt Lord actually low HP. Can you believe it? 13 armor almost on him. And the A-bombs having to retreat. Dude, if he had cannibalized. If he had cannibalized, imagine maybe sure he would have won this. But it is GG. And Focus wins. Against 88 supply A-bombs. What a game that was. Oh my goodness. Fasir leading the damage charts. 25,000 damage. He got some great items. We gotta say also, Happy got pretty unlucky with his items, in all honesty. Crypt Lord mass A-bombs. Very interesting, very new. But like I said, I think also very much worse than just Dark Ranger play. Doesn't seem like it. This appears to be a standard Blade Master game. Ah, nope. Never mind. There's the War Mill. Whoa! Oh, shit! Oh, guess what it is? I mentioned this earlier. Blade Headhunter, which means mirror image. Which means, like I said earlier, 0 aggressive potential early on for Focus, but lots of potential late game if you are left alone early and mid game and you can just creep and accelerate. But yeah, no aggressive potential at all for Focus in this early game, because he has to go mirror image to be able to creep, because he has no shop. That is the way this build works. This means, when Happy scouts this, he could do what he normally never does. He could fast expand against the Blade Master, because there is no aggressive potential. Is he gonna stick around to see the hero? Oh, yep. Now we saw him. Okay, now it's a bit of a game of chicken. Focus being like, hey, I might still go Windwalk. You can't really expand. And Happy will not expand. But he's creeping the natural regardless. This also means Happy can creepjack Focus very easily now at camps. He can steal last hits with coils very easily. There's no danger of any of Happy's creeps being stolen with Windwalk. This is a much easier early game to play for the Undead compared to the Windwalk harassing Blade Master. But the big upside is, with this, Blade can creep very heavily. And... wait, did the Acolyte steal this? He got it. Acolyte got the little Murloc. Wait. Am I crazy right now? Did he get 2? No. That stops level 2 Blade. That actually stops level 2 Blade, dude. That one last hit was enough. Yep. That's exactly what's missing.
Players' forces are under attack.
DK creeping now quite aggressively on the opponent's side of the map. Again, the Acolyte is seeing what's going on. Now his services are over. Thank you, Saul Aitman, for the raid. Hello, Raiders! We got a big match today. The grand final of the Peak Warcraft Invitational between Focus and Happy. The first 2 maps were very interesting. And with the Blade Mirror Image Headhunter, I guess we're looking at another interesting game here. Claws +8, by the way. Great find for Happy. Finally gets the big damage item that he was desiring. This cap might not be enough for level 3 Blade, by the way. Because of that one steal. Ah, wait. He got the Acolyte, though. Never mind. He got the Acolyte, so this should be enough for sure. DK could be sticking around here to look for a last hit, but he says, ah, no, whatever. It's fine. Still threatening a last hit with a Skelly. Oh, imagine if he gets another one. Not this time. So the creep speed is equal on both sides. Blade Master would love to get some good items. They are the claws, finally. Note also how he's holding on to the TP, because he has no Windwalk. He doesn't have that safety button. Mirror Image can be a safety button, but not very reliable. And Mirror Image is very, very good for creeping. Many heroes, you don't want to creep beyond level 3 because you want to give more experience also to your other heroes. You want them to progress. But if there's one hero who does amazing on high levels who you want to prioritize, it is the Blade. Also the Demon. But yes, also the Blade. Helm of Valor. Excuse me. That is tremendous. These items are fantastic for the Blade Master. Oh, Agitome. Let's go. Oh my god, the drops of focus are so good. Helm of Valor and Agitome. That is perfect drops from this camp. Blade benefiting tremendously. Let's compare the tech timings. We got the Orc ahead just by a tiny, tiny amount. I guess we can call this perfectly even. Shadowhunter with a Hex first. Does not want to get these last hits stolen by the DK. That would be a big issue. He needs this experience. He needs to trust in his heroes to be powerful in the late game. Ring, another great item. Especially for the TC, I would say. Focus would love to get this red camp down here. I could see the big fight happening over that one. When the tier 3 upgrades are completed for both players. Mirror images, of course, also great for scouting. Oh, Focus trying to manipulate the creeps. Ah, look at that. With the Hex, pushes away the Overseer, away from Happy, away from the Steel. Nicely done. Next big item, hoping for a good one. Lion Horn. That's good. I imagine that Focus doesn't love it because it doesn't power his carry hero, but this is still really good. More armor for everybody against the orb. I hope he doesn't sell it. Please. Please don't sell. I don't think he should be selling. And look at those mirror images. Still scouting. Being a bit of a nuisance. Lit about at level 4. Nova for the steal. Yep, there it is. Lich, very low on experience so far, by the way. Here is the Dark Ranger. Now that is the hero that we expect to see. Oh, one ghoul. No way! Happy saves the ghoul. Are you kidding me? Even without the DK there. But Focus got the big creep. One of the wind for him. Not the best item against destroyers. Get level 4 blade though and level 2 shadow. So he got those big level ups. Shouldn't really be fighting before the TC though, I would say. And before Berserker training. It's finishing now. Whoa, whoa. Trying to go to the shop. Get Invul and Heal Scroll. Invul on the Shadow, by the way, because the blade is still protected by the TP. I wonder how he's going to split up these items. Honestly, it might not be incorrect to keep everything on the blade, because he's the more important hero to keep alive. The level 1 TC, level 1 TC, dies easily, but he's also rezzed very easily. If the TC gets level 2 or 3, I think then you really should be putting more items on him. Oh, this item's still here, by the way. And indeed, the red camp is going to be the big point of contention, it seems. If the blade could steal the item here, this would be incredible. I don't think Happy's going to be allowing this, though. Happy knows there's no Windwalk, so no real danger. Ancient Django found. Great item for Happy. The Master crit there looked a bit underwhelming, but that was without Kodo. Where is the TC, by the way? It seems like he's taking forever to arrive. Now he's finally here. Bringing the orb.
A player's forces are under attack.
And I'm not sure if Happy has lost a unit so far. A lot of hope rests on the blade's shoulders. He's fishing for some procs. Crit or purge, both are good. The Blade Master can be the casino machine. Tome of Strength. Gonna give it to the TC. He's got the invuln. Yeah, I like this. Invuln on the TC, all the stat items on the blade. Shadow Hunter doesn't have much, but he has the speed scroll. If he's in a bad position, he gets Nova. He can use the speed scroll, hopefully, to get away. Okay. Happy going into upkeep, not going for any bigger late game tech, just more ziggurats. Shadowhunter very close to a big level up. Going for another invul potion. We have no invul on Happy. This is pretty dangerous, honestly, but he's got a heal potion. Lich, by the way, double claws plus 8. This is a very different Lich from the previous map. TC would love to get a level 2, but there's not many creeps left at all on the map. Happy going for a main base bust. Oh, we don't have reinforced defenses! Oh, Focus! He might have forgotten about it, but he does have a TP. Oh. Oh. Here comes Happy's army. Coming in fast, in a hurry, and nasty. Focus has a TP, and he does. This is going to be an invitation for silence on everybody. And we're going for the Berserkers right away, of course. TC, I can't even see him. TC's in the middle of everything. He was not silenced. Now he's level 2, but the Berserkers are going down quickly. Heal scroll to keep the ghouls alive. And you can see how the Berserkers being picked off one by one. This is normally the issue with the Berserker play. Against Dark Ranger especially. They die one by one and the Skellies are getting raised in their place. The hope here is that the Blade Master can pick them off one by one. And keep the Orc in the fight. But this is just looking very one-sided. This is just looking like Focus getting steamrolled. And of course the Destroyers are great against the mirror image illusions. Still so many ghouls on the field. What the hell? Seems like almost none of them died. Perfect invuln. That was nice. Saving the Shadow Hunter. Not sure if that is enough though to win this game. Even with the Giga Blade Master, he might not be able to make it out. Still surrounded after the mirror image. Trying to survive with the potion, but he can't. With the first hero dead. The most important piece of the army, that gotta be game. Shadowhunter gone as well. Happy will take map number 3. GG. Chat is saying the TP was wrong, was in the wrong position. I guess there's an argument there to be made. Happy got immediately swarmed by the Nova and the ghouls and everything. Even with the perfect TP though. Does he win that fight? So, Focus. What do we got? It is the Blade. First. Fast tech. This does look like Wyvern so far. Acolyte Scout again, immediately figuring out what's going on.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, WC3L Happy in the chat, former admin of WC3L, Stuff of Legends, and good friend and manager, former manager of Focus, saying that Focus promised him to play Wyvern at least once in this series. Seems like this is gonna be that game. If the DK got the steal, this would be amazing. Oh, Blade turning around! Oh my god, the Acolyte. The Acolyte delayed him just enough that Happy has that 1 second to get the coil steal that gives him level 2, leaves the Blade on almost no experience. And that is the stuff that only Happy can do. Perfect timing, perfect scouting, perfect awareness, perfect bait. It's gonna be a tough Blade Master. Look at the scout by the ghoul! He's even scouting for the Blade over at his green camp. If the DK was here, Blade might be dead. Ay, 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 ay. DK's coming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, 25 HP, buddy. You gotta be careful now.
A player's forces are under
But now he's safe. Blade has good items. If you throw like a orb of lightning on top, all of a sudden, got a good looking Blade Master. But of course the levels are the issue here. Happy finally loses the ghoul in the early game. That one died to the creeps though. That is good scout by the Blade. Oh, it would have gone such a long way. If he could steal the rock golem. He needs experience so badly. Oh, gets the ghoul actually. Happy might have thought that it could be taking one more hit. Seemed to be a bit of a high damage roll. Okay, I think we're all rooting for Focus to bring us to a 5th map. By the way, Happy's items. Pretty bad so far. Oh, coil. Wasted. Really good movement there on the Blade Master. Good stutter stepping. Focus coming back after a rough creep steal at the very beginning. This is good play by Focus now. I wouldn't call this necessarily a good position, but it's alright. 2 ghoul kills actually, kind of nice. Of course, ghoul's not so important against the incoming Wyvern that are now in production. Shadowhunter comes out. Once upon a time, very scary at this point in the game with a Hex. Nowadays, you can go for the Wand of Negation, which Happy, though, rarely goes for. Oh, Hex. Last hit. Oh, with the blade, he gets it! Nicely done. Happy picks up the item. Gloves of Haste. That was really cool, though. Blade healed up, came in. That was a great play. And it slows down the level 3 Death Knight by a lot. Kind of crazy that despite this last hit steal over here, Focus did maneuver into a good position out of the early game. Great resilience being shown by the Orc on this map so far. Happy going for his patented counterplay with the Gargoyles. Against Wyvern, Happy always goes Gargs, while 1-0 always goes Fiends. So you got to be ready against both styles as a pro Orc player. He's going for the Lich. There's another Hex possibly coming, going for the Garg instead. I feel like Happy is too greedy with the Wand of Negation, isn't he? Like, Wand of Negation would be so helpful in these exchanges. There's one more Hex and one more kill. I think Happy right now being punished for his greed. Focus with a great comeback in the early game, and then I think a greedy mistake by Happy that might now land Focus in the lead. Happy is used to being on level 3 Death Knight at this point in the game. Different story now. Big last hit and big item right here. Focus is baiting! Baiting in the ledge! I think he gets that kill! I think he gets that kill! Yes, he does! And if he gets the item as well, this is perfect. This is basically perfect play by Focus. And there as well, GG! Boom! We got it! We got a map 5, boys! Oh, yeah, Focus. Busting out the Wyvern again that many have written off as useless. That was outstanding play. Really, really good. Seeing that first last Sicily, I was like, oh shit. Here we go. This is how it begins. What I'm seeing? This is a Tet Fiend build. If you guys have been avid watchers and fans over the last years, you will know that 1-0 plays this build fairly often against Orc. Still more the Ghoul build, but on a somewhat regular basis will play Tet Fiends. I have not seen Happy play Tet Fiends, period, regardless of matchup, in years. Now he's busting out the Tet Fiends. Of course, the big advantage is you get out Fiends very quickly, and you get a counter to Wyvern very, very quickly. Against this build, normally Wyvern are pretty bad. Thank you, Baba, with the resub. We've seen other Orcs like Lyn before, when scouting the Tet Fiends, not go into Wyvern, but rather follow up with double barracks, headhunter production. When there's no ghouls with Frenzy on the field, suddenly Berserkers become a lot better. So that's the dance between army compositions that we're going to be seeing here. Between Berserkers and Ghouls and Wyvern and Fiends, there's a bit of rock, paper, scissors going on. When is Focus going to find out, though? When you see a Death Knight creeping with only skellies, you know immediately what's up.
A player's forces are under attack.
But right now, the Blade is just creeping himself. It's gonna get a bit close sometimes. Big heal potion. A little bit of free experience. Okay, now he sees the Death Knight. Only Death Knight and Skellies, no ghouls. This is immediately very suspicious. Should be going for a 1 mil right away, I would say. And possibly 2 barracks. Yep, checks out the main base, sees the graveyard. Now Focus surely knows what's going on. There's no Nerub. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's a little hidey hole. There's a little Acolyte hidey hole back here behind the trees. Oh my god. That is so lucky for Happy. There's no way that was intentional. If not for this perfect little cubby, he would have been hundreds of gold behind. Ooh, very lucky break for Happy. That could have been an expensive mistake. Happy, a master of almost all things, but doesn't care that much about base build normally. Here's the double barracks, by the way. Getting ready for the headhunters.
A player's forces are under attack.
DK. Not too much experience, neither for the blade. So, as you can see, this Undead build has quite a few downsides. Especially, well, the main downside is you creep way slower than with ghouls. The craziest thing with ghoul DK is the creep speed. The creep speed is absolutely outstanding. But with Tet Fiends, it's a different story. So even if you don't creep much with the blade, you don't really fall too much behind with the blade.
A player's forces are under attack.
And he got amazing items, by the way. Oh, what's the timing gonna be like here? Oh, if he was just a couple seconds earlier, could have perhaps gotten a steal. That might have been huge. And you know what? I don't hate this position for Focus. Like I said, against Fiends, Berserkers do a lot better than against Ghoul play.
Player's forces are
Happy could pivot out of Fiends back into Ghouls, but nobody really does that. Seems a bit weird. If Happy goes Crypt Lord again, I think that would be... Yo, thank you, Cuff. 1337 with the resub. Full year. Yeah, if he goes Crypt Lord again, I think that would be a big mistake. I think you need that Dark Ranger.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy Skelly scouting. Again, excellent. Seeing once more where Focus is creeping. Yo, CJM, JMM with the resub. Thank you. Rune Bracers. Yep. That's a good one. And Focus getting both big permanent items, as it seems, from the middle. That's so good for him as well. Focus a master at item hunting. It's the Orc heroes here who have to deliver. Blade. Wow, Blade Master! Oh my god, bro. He almost died of the creep. Dude, he's got Fairy Fire. Holy shit, are you kidding me? Dude, he almost lost the blade to the creeps right there. Holy hell. We got a hype train going on. Thank you guys all very much. Cleanser as well with the resub. My lord. I think you forgot about the Fairy Fire there for a little moment. Yikes. Ring of Regen. Okay. It's alright. Not really the best item for the late game. What do we got on Happy? Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, that is looking pretty good. Got the big claws. He just got him here. Very lucky drop for Happy. You got the claws, circlet, double gloves, orb. This is gonna be a powerful lich. All sub, go to heaven. Another gifted sub to invigorate. Hoopster with another resub. Yo, thank you guys very much. Amazing support. That goes a long way. Much appreciated. Big item for focus. Many good drops possible here. Only bad ones are TC Aura and Coda Aura. Happy gets it first, maybe. Around the same time. No third hero for Happy yet, by the way. Oh, tension in the air. Who gets the better items? DK, Helm of Valor. It's an okay item, not great. And we got the Unholy Aura. Very good for focus. Played with a level 2 Windwalk. I feel like orcs don't prioritize level 2 crit enough yet against undead. This is a great scout though. Blade Master in the back can look for some catches. First hit proc on a statue. Oh! No first hit purge! That must be a bug. Still no purge. Now finally. Oh, chop down immediately. The burrow is also very exposed. There's no reinforced defenses. EC level 1, Shadow level 2. The longer this game goes, the higher levels, the better it is for the orc. Happy is under pressure here to get stuff done before the orc heroes get too crazy. Every level up for focus now is huge. DC so close to the level 2. Shadowhunter close to level 3. Yo, Moisan! 5 gifted subs! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. DK4, that's a good level up. Happy would love to have his own level 3 Lich. TC now has the level 2. Found some more claws. Shadowhunter. Oh, that's just enough for level 3. Focus locking in some important level ups. Blade Master with an invuln can give that to the TC to break the silence. I think Focus playing it right. He's playing it patient. He's not going for fights early. Kodo? Oh! Oh, Focus! What's that Kodo doing? Whoops! That was the wrong rally. Expensive units. That was a scout, Kodo, chat is saying. True. It did scout the opponent. Absolutely true. Okay, first hit purge now. Come on. Oh, still no first hit purge. Something's wrong with his orb. Uh-oh. Something might be wrong with the blade. Oh, there's no invuln. He needs the heal potion. Coil's coming. Coil's coming. Big healing wasted. Painful. You know what I learned from Hitman one time? I'm not sure if this is still the case or not, but it used to be that when you bought an orb and you didn't attack with it yet, and then you get silenced, before you attacked for the first time, then the orb was silenced and it wouldn't proc. I saw like 2 replays of him where that was the case. And I think you couldn't sell it and get a new one. Dark Ranger, got some decent items. Corayo with the resub, thank you. TC level 3, wow, that's a huge level up. That's a huge level up, man. James Lewin, thank you for the resub. We're doing very well, thank you. At least I am. On a Sunday like this, with players and games like this, how can we not? Focus was investing heavily in upgrades. A 3rd attack upgrade coming, but he's 10 supply down against Happy's Fiend Army. Blade indeed with amazing items. Plus 30 damage. Holy. But he's missing level 4. We don't have big crits yet. Focus
Forces are under
being a bit greedy this game. He didn't go for reinforced defenses. He was hoping that the burrows weren't going to be in trouble, and they weren't. Oh, more gift subs. 5 by KMS. KMS 3D coming in just as the fight might be breaking out. Silence from the TC, of course. Is he going to break it with the Emo Potion? No, he wasn't silenced. Happy missed the silence from the TC. That's a big mistake. But still, some units are going down. Hex also on a Fiend. Here comes another Stomp. Blade Master in trouble. Low HP already. Immo Potion forced out pretty early in the fight. And that Immo Potion now going to be missing. Here's a follow-up silence on the TC. He's got the invuln still. Using it. Breaking it. And with that, getting the next Fiend kill. Skelly Snowball. Not yet too scary. The Dark Ranger still only level 2. Looking for another kill. Focus on the way out. This Fiend is going to be his as well. But the Dark Ranger got a big kill on the way back home. Now she's level 3. Now things get harder. But Focus also got kills for himself. Can pick up at least one more invuln. Armor upgrade, please, Focus. One armor upgrade. It's so good. Oh, it's getting reinforced defenses soon. Both back up at back down at 50. The game slows down. This is good news normally for the Orc. There's absolutely no creeps, though, left on the map. Bit of a stalemate position for our final map, endgame state. Master training, by the way. There's always the under-dream of stealing the Kodo. That is crazy good, but also very, very rare.
A player's forces are under attack.
Entire Orc army is moving to the expansion. That almost looks like there's a tiny Great Hall coming down, but that's not so. Got a shade now. Focus might be thinking about setting up some towers here. Nicely timed with the reinforced. Happy with the signature unsummon of the altar. Is he going to expand himself? Yes, he is. Happy things. Okay. If Focus throws on a tiny down here, I cannot break it. I got to get my own expansion.
A player's forces are
Blade. It's just an illusion. Does Happy know it is? Yeah. Focus's expansion is going to be faster. That tiny, of course, comes up very quick. Oh yeah, mirror image retrained. You're right. I didn't even see that. That was kind of expensive.
forces are under attack.
Very good against Curse, of course. Alright, here we go. We got the tiny. Peons sliding over. So Focus is mining like 45 seconds faster. But the Great Hall was also a lot more expensive. So this is pretty much even economically. Very interesting game. This reminds me of the old WGL days. WGL 2018, 19, 20. Before the Ghoul meta took over, where we had lots of Fiend Banshee play. Where we didn't realize yet how Ghouls can be, how good they can be. Surprising to see Happy go back to Tet Fiends. Seems like we haven't seen him play this in years. Surprising day of strategies today by Happy. Playing Cryptlord and A-Bombs, and Tet Fiends, and surprise, surprise, Fiends. So I think the dream for Focus here is for nothing to happen, to just be sitting on 2 bases, mining and mining, getting rich, and then he could go into Walkers and Taurens. And then he has the perfect army. Also, please get an armor upgrade, bro. It is such huge value for just one armor upgrade. supply very even. Not too much blight here yet for Happy, by the way. Fighting on blight would be a big advantage for the undead, of course. I think it would be cool to put like a necro here to get more blight. Good point by Chad. Focus has more items.
The town is under siege.
Of course, Shadowhunter only consumables, but the blade is fully stacked. The TC is also nicely stacked. Oh, the calm before the storm. Focus making just pure berserkers, nothing else. I mean, he did heavily invest into upgrades on them. Only one Kodo seems like a bit of an oversight. If that Kodo dies, it's a huge damage drop. All those berserkers could also, of course, mean lots and lots of skellies. In we go, Colnova first kill. Ghouls die very quickly against all this damage. Here come the Banshees looking for possessions. Oh, if that Kodo dies, that would be so bad. But the Banshees sniped quickly, as expected. One Raider has been stolen by the Banshees. Death Knight, by the way, in serious trouble here. Has to go for the Invo Potion. The damage is severe on the Orc army. Banshees seem to be very exposed. Happy's positioning on the Banshees is not great. This is not an amazingly taken... Black Arrow is off. Black Arrow was off there for a moment. Dark Ranger can still win this fight with the Black Arrow. Death Knight low HP now. He has to be a bit careful as well. Focus finding more kills though. There's another beautiful stomp. And the Berserkers taking over. Focus with a good chance to win this grand final right here, right now, with the Dark Ranger also going down. Happy seems to be just out of position. GG it is. Focus wins the grand final. First place goes to him and all the credit with the Orc. Very, very nicely managed. Different strats, different games in this grand final. Focus seemed to be down and out, but Happy, after an insane group stage, Happy is today not our winner.